네, 그럼 카즈쿠 라디오 2부를 시작하겠습니다. 뭐 1부랑 똑같이 진행될 거니 문제는 똑같고 다 똑같이 될 거니까 다시 한번 문제를 화면 위에 올려놓을게요. So welcome to Kaizocrew Radio Part 2. It will proceed the same as Part 1, so all the questions are the same, everything is pre-recorded. So we'll throw up the questions up there now. 혹시 여러분들이 궁금할지 모르겠지만 혹시 일본어는 어딨냐? 한국어 하는 사람들은 어딨냐? 라고 궁금할 점이 있을 거예요. 한국어 하는 사람은 한 명 찾았는데 인터뷰하는 날들 안 보였어요. 안 나타났어요. 다음에는 한번 더 한다면은 뭐 좀 더 많은 참가하시길 바라겠습니다. 일본어는 제가 못해서 안 해요. 니혼고 스킬 치사이. 니혼고 무즈카시. 뭐 그 정도면 이해할 거예요. 고메나사이. 네, 거기까지 하죠. So you might be wondering, hi, how come there's no Korean or Japanese in this radio? Well, to put it simply, I had one Korean, they never showed up. I would love if more Koreans actually took part in this. Would have been fun. As for the Japanese, I can't speak much Japanese. I can understand a little bit. But yeah. With that being said, let us move on to our first guest of the second half. 그럼 2부의 첫 번째 게스트 한번 모실게요. 모실 게 아니라 리코딩 한번 들어보죠. So the next up guest we have from the Discord is could you give us a brief introduction of yourself? Because my Japanese is really bad.
Yeah, of course. Hello, I'm Hinoki, also known as the person who trolled Hada about eating pizza with rice.
Oh, so it's you!
Yeah.
Oh, legend, absolute legend. Okay, we'll get straight into it. So, how'd you first discover Hada?
So I vividly remember about the first time I discovered Hada. I think it was a Valorant stream collab with Azura from Niji Sanji ID at the time. And it left a lasting impression because I rarely watched Niji KR before. And here it is, a Niji KR lifer with thick Aussie accent. From then on, I stuck to her and I try to always drop in her streams.
Okay, that's cool. So it was the Valorant stream with the ID collaboration.
Yeah.
Okay. So then second lead on question would be then why are you sticking around? Like what makes you want to watch her over and over again?
So what I really like about Hada, truth be told, I think I like all of her. But if I have to point out one thing to really like about her, I think then it's her playful personality. Whenever she streams, she always try to interact with her viewers, and sometimes she threw banters as well, making the streams not only a background noise to do other work, but also a nice one to join in.
Okay, so it's obviously you like everything, but you know, if you had to pick one out, it would be the fan attraction, am I right?
Yeah, the playful personality, and also if I have to point out another thing, I think it's her endurance because I once dropped in her legendary 12 hours plus epic stream. I think with Hayun,
Yep, that's the
and
one.
I stayed the whole time.
Wow.
That's like almost a full day.
That you have some endurance as well then, my dude.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
man.
Alright, then we'll move on to the next one, which is if you could dream up if you could one dream merchandise that's Hada themed, what would you like it to be?
I think I would want Hada or the Kaizocrew plushie, the koala one. Other than that, I think a pin badge of her head is also fine.
Oh yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, the plushie would be really nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for your time. Thank you for participating in this. And I hope we go for a long time, eh?
Yeah, sure. Thank you to SJ for the help.
네, 그럼 그의 첫 번째 게스트였습니다. 뭐 제가 이걸 한 자리에서 그냥 한꺼번에 다 녹음을 하고 다 하기로 하는 거니까 좀 이상하게 들릴 거예요. 이해해주세요. 아시다시피 저는 이거 한 적도 없고 뭐 잘해보려고 노력하고 있어요. Yeah, so that was our first guest. As I've said this before, I have never done this before. I just do it because I wanted to give it a try. But please, don't judge too harshly. 그렇다면 저희는 두 번째 게스트로 넘어가겠습니다. And we'll move on to the second guest recording straight away. So next we have another Kaizocrew Discord member. Would you mind just giving a brief introduction of yourself, please?
Yeah, so my username is Winniet97. I also go by Edwin, but yeah, that's who I am.
That's all good, man.
So,
That's all good,
yeah.
too. So we'll go straight into it. First question is, how'd you come by Hada in the first place?
So I actually didn't follow any KR. I was actually unaware that there was one, but I was on Reddit. I think it was on Niji Sanji. I looked this up right before I came here, but someone posted one of her early tweets of like April 2021 and a clip from her debut showing her having like a brain lag moment. And I was kind of curious, like, oh, she's speaking English and that there's an EGKR. So I was like, let me check this out. And, now we're here.
So it's essentially Hada was like your first introduction into KR as well as her, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll move on to the next one, which is so what do you like about Hada that's keeping you around and watching her over and over again?
So after I checked her out for the first time, I took a look at her debut and I saw that she played like, a lot of games I like to watch. So I came back again. And the more I watched, I thought she was just a kind of really calming streamer who like did a lot of chatting but was funny too. And she kind of had like a cool theme and design which added to it. But I was really swayed by like her personality and like, I had a lot of respect for the things she did for her viewers and like a lot of respect for also introducing a lot of like Niji KR to me and a lot of other people who watched her.
Yeah.
I had a little chance to speak to her a bit because of the fan meet thing a few months back, and I was just like, that conversation kind of affirmed it for me that like, I was, what I think about that.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You did win the raffle for the meeting, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you lucky son of a bitch. Anyway, we'll move on to the next one then. If you could dream up of any kind of merchandise, just one kind of merchandise that's Hada themed, what would you like it to be?
So I actually thought about this a lot, and honestly, like I would take anything, but I think it'd be kind of cool if you did like something like cookware, like utensils or that kind of stuff, because I feel like food is just kind of like a common topic when it comes to like her talking about stuff and like on Twitter. So I think it would work and it'd be kind of practical. So that's my answer for that.
Oh yeah, that's one I'd never really thought of, and that's a really good one.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for participating in this. And
All right.
yeah, look forward to it.
All right. Thank you.
네, 두 번째 분 잘 들었습니다. 넘어가기 전에 광고 하나 한번 듣고 오겠습니다. 뭐 이 광고는 카이저 크루즈라는 곳에서 광고가 들어왔는데요. 한번 들어보시죠. Have you ever wanted to just sail the seas to God knows where? Ever just want to hop on a pirate ship and just cruise around without a care in the world? If you answered yes to any of these two questions, then come register for the Kaizocruise cruise line today. We have the Hada Sneeze compilation chambers where the daily Tusker players are on. We have almost infinite, supply of Hadanium? Hadanium, what the hell is that? In every set, in the base, in properly set up sleeping quarters, and most importantly, we probably will have Captain Hada around. So what are you waiting for? Call today. Hell, it's even got pickle on it. 네, 그럼 잘 듣고 왔습니다. 그거는 카이저 크루즈라는 그 크루즈 라인 곳에서 광고가 들어온 건데요. 네, 뭐 바다를 한번 그냥 자유롭게 다니고 싶었다면은 전화해가지고 알아봐라 그런 뜻이에요. 대충 말하면 한국어를 못하겠어요. 너무 오글거려가지고. 네, 그럼 다음 게스트분으로 넘어갈게요. So that was our ad read for Kaizocruise cruise lines. If you're interested, give them a call. Maybe they'll set you up in the, what was that? Sleeping quarters? Yeah, sleeping quarters, they say. And we'll move on to the next recording of our guest. Right, so could you give a brief introduction about yourself or just your Discord name, who you are?
My name is Maglis. I member of crew about 10 months already. Here in the Discord server, people says me is the ship rat
Right, the ship
because
rat.
always rating to the captain in the Twitter.
That's right, you're one of the leakers. Alright, anyway, we'll get into the questions then straight away. So, the first question is, how did you first discover Hada?
I'm first known Hada from the clip from where Bonifair XID joined Hada memberships and where Hada using props where her feet on the up on the table. Is
Ah,
that where
yes.
that's when I first known Hada. But after that, I didn't much watch much. But after AGP Apex team where Saeren, Bonnie, and Hada, I become a crew right after that.
Yeah, that was a funny moment, wasn't that, with the whole the Apex League and their interactions? Yeah, that would be that's a good one. So, moving on to the next question then. So, what is it that you like about Hada that's keeping you around?
The mm, the obvious one for me is her voice. I like her voice, especially when her mouthing, either with game or with us.
Okay, yeah, those are pretty hilarious moments, I will admit. So then, if we move on to the next one, which would be if you could dream up of any one piece of merchandise that's Hada themed, what would you like it to be?
I want to be the type that display only use like a tapestry, acrylic stand, figure, or like that.
Okay,
I not yeah. I not uh the fan of the merch that can be use something else like mousepad and letting that I not a fan of it.
right. So you prefer something that you can show off, like on a display stand, as you said, like tapestry, a
Yeah,
figurine,
yeah,
instead of
for display
yeah.
only.
So instead of something like clothing or something that you can wear, kind of stuff, right?
Clothing is I think a bit no to for me because
Hmm.
will will discolor
Right, right.
after then that's what part that the part I didn't like much you can that you have another use other than for display for show off.
Right, right. Yeah, I mean, it would be a bit of a waste, spending all that money and then it discolors or something goes wrong with it, right?
Yeah,
Alright, well, thank you for your time. That's great. I hope you continue to watch Hada and support her.
of course.
Alright, thank you. 네, 그러면 저희 게스트분의 답장이 잘 들었습니다. 혹시 라디오를 들으면서 잘된 라디오는 아니지만 나는 바나다를 어떻게 처음 찾았지? 나는 무슨 바나다의 매력 때문에 돌아오지? 나도 뭐 만들었으면 뭘까? 라는 생각이 드셨다면요, 한번 생각해 보시는 게 어떨까요? 아이고. So, listening to all these answers, if you ever thought to yourself, man, how did I first ever see Hada? How did I discover her? What makes me come back to her, to watch her, time and time again? Man, what about that merch idea though? What could I actually create if I could choose whatever I want? then why not just have an actual deep thought about it and maybe put it in the comments somewhere or keep it to yourself. Who knows? Before we move to our last two guests, which will play after this, how about another song? 네, 저희가 그 다음 게스트분으로 넘어가기 전에 한번 노래 추천 한 번 더 하는 게 들어보시는 게 어떨까요? 네, 이번에도 뭐 잘 나간 걸그룹이었죠. 네, 미안하다 피나야의 처음 커버곡이죠. Diamond City Lights. 이 Diamond City Lights는요, 니지산지 이엔의 라줄라이트의 그 처음 나오면서 한 데뷔 노래예요. 이것도 똑같이 블랙아웃처럼 한국어로 번역해가지고 커버해가지고 내놨죠. 잘했어요. 잘했어요. So before we move on to our next ones, how about I recommend another song for you guys? This one was also by the same group, 미안하다 피나야, and this was their debut cover song, Diamond City Lights. If you haven't been living under a rock, you will know that Diamond City Lights was the song that Lazerlight came out with. What 미안하다 피나야 did was they took the song, they translated it to Korean, and then covered it, and it's been a success, I'd say. It's a really good song. So take a listen whenever you have time, and we'll move on to the next guest's recording. So we have our next guest here today. Could you mind just giving a quick introduction to yourself, please?
Hi, I'm Saeren. I'm a Niji Sanji fan, and I hang out in the Kaizocruise Discord server from time to time.
Good to see you, man. So first, we'll go into the first question then. So how did you first discover Hada?
Yeah, that I can't really remember right now. I think it was a collab that I think she was doing with Illyra Pandora with Niji Sanji En. And then just the YouTube algorithm took me down a rabbit hole. I saw a clip of her, and when Bon first became a member of her. So she had her feet on the desk, and then she commented and said like, "Oh, I have to say so in front of the senpais."
So it all started with the bipod. I assume that's the stream you're talking about. That is the one, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we'll move on to a second question then. So what is it that you like about Hada that's keeping you around?
She's fun to be around. Her streams are really fun. They're usually quite chill. She has great expressions. I remember watching her Genshin when and her husbandos. Her expressions when she's playing with her husbandos. Those are always really fun. And the community is also great. So it's just always chill times, chill vibes, and that's always really nice.
I'm glad you find it chill in here. So for the last question, it's more the light-hearted, question. So if there's one piece of merch that was Hada themed, what would you like it to be?
I kind of want her captain's hat.
Wow.
It looks really cool. And like, it's just like something like large enough and distinct enough that like, oh, that's definitely Ban Hada, right?
Yeah, that's true. That is true. All right. Well, thank you for answering the 3 questions today, and hope you stuck around longer.
Yep. No. Cheers. I'm looking forward to seeing the captain back, and yeah, August 8th, right?
All right. Thank you. 네, 그러면 저희는 다음 게스트분으로 다시 넘어가기 전에 제가 할 말이 있어요. 제가 잘못 계산해가지고 2명이라고 했잖아요. 총 합해서 3명이 남았네요. 죄송해요. 그렇다면 저도 약간 이거 계획이 어긋나가지고 어떻게 할지 모르겠지만 뭐 2분 더 듣고 제가 마무리하죠. 네, 그럼 다음 분 거로 바로 넘어가겠습니다. Yeah, so I lied. I thought there was only 2 people left, but seems to be that there's 3 people altogether now. But that's fine. We can work that in. Then we'll listen to this next person, and we'll sort something out. My plans are ruined. That's fine. I'll sort something out. Alright, so for the next guest, we have another member of the Kaizocrew. Could you give us a brief introduction to yourself, please?
Hello guys, my name is Necro, or Necrosis.
Okay.
Uh,
Alright, that's fine, man. Relax. It's fine. Just a simple 3 questions, man. So, we'll
Okay.
get straight into it then. So the first question is, how did you first find Hada?
I know Hada from a server which Pixel and I was a member before.
Oh, okay. So it was through
Yeah.
essentially a mutual server, I guess, then.
Yeah. Mutual server, yeah.
Okay, then we'll go into the second question, which is, so what do you like about Hada that's keeping you around?
He's cute, man. She's cute. And I generally really likes calm people, because watching chaotic people kinda is watching that kind of people doesn't really make me having fun. It feels kind of exhausted. So I really enjoy Hada's vibe.
So the chill vibe that she got compared to the hyper
Yeah,
high
yeah.
energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the next question is, if there was one piece of merchandise that's Hada thing that you could think of anything, what would it be?
Jacket, t-shirt, and probably keychains. Yeah, probably that. But if there's anything more than that, I probably would get it as well.
So keychains and, as you said, a jacket. You said a t-shirt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for your time and thanks for participating in this.
Thank you for having me.
Alright, thank you. 네, 그러면 이제 마지막 게스트 분을 모시고 저희도 마무리하겠습니다. 저도 힘들어요, 이게. 왜 이렇게 힘든지 모르겠지만 참 쉽지 않네요. 방송이든 라디오든. 네, 그럼 다음 게스트 분으로 넘어갈게요. Yep, so with that, we'll move on to our last guest. Man, this is actually hard, tiring. Yeah, so we'll move on to the next guest and we'll wrap it up afterwards. Right, so we have another member of the Kaizocrew Discord with us today. Could you give us a brief introduction of yourself, like your Discord name and such, please?
Hello, so my name is XT, and yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it,
Yeah,
So,
I've been so busy.
yeah, that's life, huh?
Yep.
So we'll get straight into the questions then. So the first question is, same with everyone, how did you first discover Hada?
I first discovered her when I was watching Saeren playing in the Apex tournament where they were in the same team. And yeah, so that's where I first discovered her.
So it's the
She
one with Bobon and stuff, right?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
AGP.
Yeah, that's the one.
The family feud and everything.
That was a great collab. So moving on to the second one then, what do you like about Hada that makes you keep watching her over and over again?
I can't really pinpoint what made me like about her, but the first time I saw her in those collabs, she just intrigued me so much. I'm like, oh, I gotta watch her. And then when I did watch her, I'm like, oh, she's so fun to watch and so likable and stuff. I can't really pinpoint that.
That's fine.
But yeah, it's fun watching her.
That's great. I mean, as long as you have fun watching her, it's all good, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I love how she interacts with her viewers as well.
Yeah, that's a big plus.
Yep.
So move on to the last question then. So, if you can create or come up with one kind of merchandise that's Hada themed, what would you make it to be?
I would really love an acrylic stand of hers because I like to decorate my desk, and I already have like 2 acrylic stands, and having a Hada one would be I would love it to have her on my desk.
Yeah, it's simple. It's big enough, as you said, to be on a desk. You know, and it's not too, what do you call it, an overly excessive, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah, I think acrylics are really nice.
It's just nice.
Yeah. Well, thank you for giving up some of your time to answer these questions.
Yeah, thank you
And
for taking the time out of your schedule for me.
no, it's no problem. Well, I hope
Yeah.
you can talk more on the Discord now, hopefully, and we'll see you around there.
Hopefully. Yeah, I hope so too. It's still gonna get busy these few days.
That's fine. Alright. 네, 그러면 이제 있던 게스트분들은 다 이제 끝났어요. 이제 마무리만 하면 돼요. 저도 힘들어요. 네, 그럼 처음 이거 라디오는 한번 제대로 해보자라는 마인드로 들어가놓고선 그냥 잘 안 되는지 모르겠지만 그냥 됐네요. 네, 그렇다면 so that's all the guests we have. Everyone that participated. Thank you. I'd like to say first off, thanks for making this gift happen for Hada. I tried as professionally as I could, but as time went on, I was like, no, let's just go for full scuff. That's what we are. 네, 그럼 마지막으로 몇 마디 하고 저희도 여기서 끝낼게요. Yeah, so we'll wrap up after saying a few words and we'll finish it here. 저희는 석 달을 기다렸습니다. 이제 곧 있으면은 돌아오시겠죠? 돌아오면은 큰 사랑을 주시고 웰컴 백 그런 말들 많이 해주세요. 저희 선장님 알잖아요. So it's been 3 months without her, right? So when she returns, let's all go to her stream and give her a warm welcome. Welcome back, sorry. And make it so as if she never left. 그렇다면 저는 여기서 끝내겠습니다. 끝내기 전에 마지막으로 노래 한 곡 틀어주고 나갈게요. 이 노래는 저를 떠나시기 전에 보여주신 곡이죠. 커버곡이죠. 네, 이거는 바나다 선장님의 플로스 커버입니다. So before we sign off here, I'd like to leave with a song playing. It's the song that she left for us before she decided to go on a break, and I think it's very, very fitting that we play this as an outro, essentially. It's all what you're thinking. It is all that song. It is Hada's cover of Flos. 네, 그러면 다시 한번 감사드리고 다시는 안 하길 바랄게요. 이거를 저도 못하겠어요. 네, 그럼 저는 카이조크루 라디오의 호스트 HCX2였습니다. 감사합니다. So, thank you once again for listening in and helping with this project. I was your host, HCX2. With that, I'm out. Oh.